So I'm currently fighting the traffic in Birmingham, in the UK, and the reason I'm fighting the traffic is that I'm on my way to get some fish from a place called Quinton, which is in Birmingham. A few weeks ago I went to a guppy show or a live bearer show in Warwick, and basically what I was after is more black guppies, black Moscows for the breeding program, and I wanted to get a little bit of an understanding of guppy shows because I've never been to one before. So I met loads of people, and I met a guy called Tim who runs TA Aquaculture in Birmingham, and he happened to mention that he had some lines that he breeds them. He's a tropical fish shop in Birmingham, but also does a lot of breeding. So what I decided to do was obviously pay a visit down to his shop. So I've been down there today, headed down there today, should I say, and what we're looking for is hopefully one or two more males and a couple more females for the breeding program. And what he did say was he might have some imports from Germany with really full black colours, not Moscows, but full black with high dorsal and a big fan tail, but jet black. He breeds blues as well, and all sorts of other stuff. So he's you should look up TA Aquaculture. What I'm really hoping for is
continue on to M6.
What I'm hoping for is something really black, something hopefully with a bit of size, because quite a few of the ones that I've got currently don't have a lot of size to them. And I'm not overly bothered if it's fry or if it's if it's older females or older males. We'll take a look at what we get and see what he's got, and I'm not really worried. Everything I get over these few weeks and months where I'm starting the lines up, everything I get I'm going to grow out or wait until I see one, maybe two generations before I really make any decisions. So I'm probably going to be overstocked. I'm probably going to have too many fish for the program. And now, I suppose I've now got, with what I get from here, presuming I get something that I want, I'll probably have 4 full lines, as I say, or 4 bloodlines to pull from. So if any one of them shows any weakness, then I can take them out. If I show, a couple of really strong males and females from each, then what I get in the next generation and the generation after that will be what really starts the program. And with a bit of luck, let me see now, we're in October 2019 now, the end of October, so we've got November, December. We could be seeing something interesting sort of like by January, February. And I've already got, obviously, if you look at the other videos, I've got a lot of nice fish coming through already. I just want to push the black a bit more. I want to get a bit more black in there. And there's too many fish with really white bellies or going grey, or maybe dark but not the right fins. So I think now I've got a good chance with the four bloodlines going. Hopefully, depending on what we see, obviously, hopefully we'll have a good chance. Obviously, probably what I would want to do is research what breeders and fish keepers mean by it's not Moscow at all, because I obviously know what the Moscow gene does and where it came from. But I'd be interested to know what the genetics of a black guppy that isn't a black Moscow are, and where they kind of came from, and obviously investigate what the genetics of the darker female fish are, because one thing I'd love to do is end up with really black males but really black females as well, or really, really dark females. So maybe if I keep talking to people like this chap Tim at TA aquaculture, then maybe I can establish a bit more. I'm not an experienced fish keeper. I've kept fish on and off all my life, but I'm not a breeder in any way. This is very much an experiment. I'm very much an experiment in genetics and learning about genetics. So one way to learn about genetics is find a model, or find a set of subjects to work with that breed rapidly. And obviously with guppies, I'm getting fry very, very quickly. So let's just see what happens and see what fish we get from today, and then we'll take it from there. So we were lucky. We got some really nice fish. So Tim was lovely. I didn't video in there because I'm not a fan of sticking a camera in people's faces, and because I don't really run YouTube channels that much. It's not something I'm comfortable doing. So what we got was 2 different lines. So we got a 2 pairs of Germans, German Black Guppies, and that's a male and a female twice, obviously 4 fish. They're a little bit more expensive than I wanted to pay overall, but then I don't mind it if it's a nice fish with good genetics. And these look like very black, which you'll see in the video coming up. And nice healthy females. They're both pre-hit, so I'm going to get some babies off them almost within a couple of weeks, I would imagine. And then I also got 2 very, very large pre-hit again black Moscow females, high fins with a lot of black on them, and they're older. They could be well over a year old, and they're quite large. But I'll show you that on the video, how big they are compared to the others. But they'll be great, because really I can push them into the program and see what, and maybe cross them to one of these new males as well, and just see what we get out of that line. But overall, I'm really pleased, really pleased with the trip. It's only about 120 kilometers. It's not a huge trip, not huge. Not a huge chunk of my day really. It's only a couple of hours. Stay in the right 2 lanes. And we were only there half an hour. I would have liked a lot longer, but I'm obviously quite busy today. So we'll get back and we'll see what we can do with these new fish. Let's take a look at what we brought back. So we've got these 2 lovely big females. And I chose, I don't know whether the light's good on her, but I chose, let me see if I can get any closer. I chose her at the top because she's super dark, not the best quality, but super dark. And I chose this one at the front because she is massive. Huge belly, huge dorsal, and quite a big, fairly thick peduncle at the back there, and caudal fin. So they're the 2 females I chose. And then two lovely males and 2 nice looking females. So these are the ones from Germany, I believe. Can't really tell, it looks a bit cloudy in the water, so I'll get them in the water now. We'll get them in their own tank, and we'll let them warm up, and then we'll have another look. So here's the new fish before they go into the tank. So we've got the 2 ladies, the dark, more of a runt in the background, and the large lady at the front. I'm hoping that, I know this darker one didn't look the healthiest, but I think because of the dark colour I really wanted to take a chance, and because I haven't got many females that are that dark. And then I've got the lighting quite low at the moment while we put them in. Got the 2 males and the 2 females here ready to go in. So I'll pop them in and then we'll see how things look. You can see them a little better here. Just as I transfer them in. So that's the big female I was showing. She's quite huge, obviously heavily pregnant now, but I love how black she is, the back end and the tail. And then the female that came with her that's very black is, believe it or not, that one there. So she doesn't look the healthiest, the darker of the two, but she is extremely dark. Almost like a male in some ways, and that's what I've been after really, is that darkness. And you can see her against the other, these are black Moscow females, full black Moscow females, which look much more the normal sort of colour that you'd expect. So let's get them in the tank, and then we'll see how they settle down. They all seem fairly healthy. They're not running around, so obviously the quicker I get them in and get the light off and let them settle in for a day or two, the more we can establish what they look like. I really do like the look of her now she's in. She's huge. And obviously she's pre-hit, so we're going to see some babies off her quite quickly. So they're in their own tank now. There's a couple of fry in there, and it's heavily medicated. So we'll see what happens with them over the next few days. You can see how big this lady is. She's got a funny red glow to her actually under this light, but she's like a shark. She's huge. But I'm hoping some of that genetics carried on to everybody else. They seem bright enough now. They're coming out of their shells a little bit, so obviously let them adjust to the water, and we're giving them a bit of food just to get them going. But they seem quite happy. I'll leave all of them together for a while. Obviously all the females are pre-hit anyway, so we'll just let them get on with it and see what happens. That's like a 10 gallon, I think. But no, it can't be. It must be like a 7.5 gallon. But that's enough for them to settle down for a few weeks, and we'll see what happens.